it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to have a 10-year-old who kept telling me that I didn't need to teach him because he knew everything. God took him to the ends of the earth before he was born and taught him everything. So Mom, you don't have to waste your time with me. How do you teach a kid like that?
Yeah. Well, by the grace of God, right?
Well, you pray for humility to be enforced and maybe some flexibility. So he was entered into the school of Gumby to have some flexibility training and some humility training. And now he's fine and he's got a great sense of humor. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, it's some of what you say is almost comical to me because we all bought into the system that exists, right? It's very rigid and it's got these guardrails and we all, every kid learns the same way. But I think for each of us, when I look back on what taught me the most, there were some moments in a classroom, but it was almost entirely, I'm not a science guy. It's something that didn't interest me that much. I struggled to really grasp it. What I know about nature in the world around me, I learned from my dad, not in a homeschool classroom. It was walking in the woods with him. It was driving in the car. And I tell this story pretty often because I love it. But my 10-year-old, also a Levi, he made said some random fact to me one day. And I said, Levi, where did you learn that? Because it was not me. And he goes, oh, I learned it from Grandpa riding in the car. And then he paused, he goes, I learned almost everything I know from Grandpa riding in the car. You know, and it's that we overlook these worlds where we learned ourselves that teach us because there is some set of parameters that the world set, 50 years ago. Or
principle.
It
says,
is along the way.
As you walk in the highways and byways.
Yep.
You teach them. Those are teachable moments.
Right. And it is that call as whether you're a parent or a teacher or a carpenter, I keep using because that's always a big part of my life, but whether you're any of those things, that calling remains, right? That you are to teach along the way.
And as parents, we are their first teachers. So why we have it in our head that we can't do it after a certain point in time? It's like, okay, the baby's born, you're not thinking about the teenage years at that point, you're just thinking about the next feeding. Right. And the diaper that needs to be changed, and you learn, and it's like you grow with the child. Same thing with homeschooling. You grow with them as you start teaching them things, and then you get into high school. Oh well, I can't do high school. Why not? Do you know how to find things? Are you curious? Do you want your children to love learning and be curious and how to investigate things and put opportunities in front of them or let them dream big dreams and then go pursue them?
Right.
That doesn't take...
And of course the answer to all that is, yes, I do. I want all of that.
Yeah.
And so...
we have to break down those paradigms of thinking that, learning happens this way. Well, actually, that's the worst kind of learning. It's the most base kind of learning because they're not putting all the pieces together.
Yeah.
And that's the piece, that is what Jesus would teach, and it goes all the way back. If you look through history on the great teachers and philosophers, they were looking at the bigger picture. But the bigger picture is made up of little things. Those little moments in the car.
Right.
Those little moments out in the woods.
Yeah.